Hey guys, welcome back. So for today's lesson, we are going to be making a snowmen at play picture. So here's what we're gonna do. You can turn it any way. You can see the snowmen looking down. So us as the viewer of this picture are supposed to be looking up at the snowmen. Okay, so this is called perspective. So it's just a different perspective. It's a different view of a piece of art. Okay, so this is how we're gonna draw it. So we're gonna do the first part together, and then you guys will add your own details. So the first thing that we actually need to do is we need to make our paper a square. Okay, so all you need is a blank piece of paper, a pencil, and a pencil to start. So a normal piece of paper is a rectangle, right? Okay, so how do we make a rectangle into a square? The easiest way is to take the paper and you're gonna fold it. Okay, you're gonna fold it like this in half. I'm sorry, not in half. You're gonna fold it. So if your paper's facing this way, you're gonna take it and you're gonna go like this to the side, and then you're gonna kind of crease it diagonally. Okay? Now, where that crease is, now you can like turn it over so that the flap is facing up towards you. So this extra part here that's not folded is gonna be the part that we need to cut off, okay? So I'm gonna take my scissors, so you will need scissors as well for this project if you are doing it as a square. If you don't have scissors and you're not gonna do this as a square, it'll still work. It just won't look the exact same as mine, okay? So you're gonna take your scissors and you're gonna cut off just where that little flap is, like that. So then once you open this up, you are gonna have a perfect square, okay? So that's what we're gonna use to be drawing our snowmen at play project, okay? So we'll get started. I'm actually gonna use this square here, just because it's a little bigger. The other one I just used was a smaller piece just to show you how to cut it. Okay, first thing you need is your pencil, and we will get started. Okay, so in the first corner, it doesn't matter which corner you start in, but in the first corner, you're gonna draw kind of like, not a half circle, a little bit less than half, so like a quarter of a circle. Yeah, I guess that's kind of like a half circle. Okay, once you have that, that's like the middle part of the snowman's body. Once you have that, you're gonna draw another circle for your snowman's head. Okay, then we're gonna turn this around and we're gonna do the same exact thing in this corner. All right, turn it around. Same exact thing in this corner. Now, if you guys don't make them all the exact same size, that is totally okay. They could be different size snowmen, right? Okay, and then the last one in the last corner. So we have 4 snowmen. Okay? All right. Now, if you guys have either a black crayon or a black marker, you're gonna wanna use that a little bit later in this lesson, so I'm just gonna take that out just because I know I'm gonna need it. Okay, so now we're gonna start adding some cool details. So try and think of different accessories that each snowman can wear. So for example, like scarves, hats, you can add buttons, you can add any of that kind of stuff. Okay, so first I'm going to draw a scarf on this snowman. So I'm just gonna kind of cover like the neck, where the neck would be. And I would wanna draw this in pencil first, just because then you can kind of like erase where it overlaps. So I'm just going to erase that little line in there. So that's just the part of the scarf that kind of like goes around the snowman's neck. Then you can draw like the little lines of the scarf, however you guys want. Maybe I'll add those there. Okay, so there's one. I think for this snowman, I think I'm gonna add like a winter hat. So let's do the top, and then that little ball on top. I like that. Okay, so there's one. I'm gonna also go ahead and add my snowman's face. You guys can make each one of your snowmen have a different face. You can make each one of your snowmen have a different hat and scarf. You can do different buttons. You can make them all totally different. You should make them all totally different. Don't make them all the exact same. I think I'm going to do the buttons on this scarf little diamonds. Okay. Alright, I think I'm done with, oh, I forgot his arms. Remember the little stick arms. Okay. There's one. Let's do the next one now. How about this one wears a top hat? So a top hat is like one of those hats that like Abraham Lincoln would wear, or like the Pilgrims wore. So I'm gonna erase that overlap there. And then let's make this snowman's face more like the real snowman with like the coal for the mouth. So that's why those are circles. All right, let's do some arms. And then this one, I think I'm not going to put a scarf on him. I'm just going to add some buttons. I think that's good for that one. Next one. This one, let's see, how about we do a Santa hat? Now, keep in mind, guys, you do not have to follow along with me. If you want to add your own details in your own way, definitely do that on your snowmen. I'm just kind of going along, and you guys can add yours however you want. So this one, I think I'm going to do Santa hat, which I guess looks kind of like this, right? And then erase inside there because it overlapped his head. Remember, you can do each one of these different. Add a scarf. Should I add a scarf? Yeah, let's add a scarf on this one too. I'm going to erase the overlap part there. Okay. And then the last one. Ooh, I don't even have room for a hat on that one because it's kind of like close to those. So that one I don't think he's going to wear a hat. Maybe this one he will just wear a scarf. So erase that overlap there. Maybe this one's scarf is blowing, like sideways. Okay. And then he can have some buttons. Maybe his buttons are square. And then his arms. Okay. So I have my snowmen at play picture. And now I'm going to outline. Okay, so what I mean by outline is I take a darker color and I trace over my pencil lines that I drew. Why do we outline? Well, we outline to make something stand out and to show that we can see it. Or I should say, it shows that you can see it like a little bit more. Usually when I outline everything that I drew in pencil. I'm going to add a little pattern to this scarf. Just some stripes. Just a simple pattern. Okay? So this is what I would do for every single one of my snowmen. Now, if you guys don't have a black marker, you may certainly outline with a black crayon or a black colored pencil or a brown marker. I just wouldn't recommend using an Expo marker to outline, only because those are really thick and it might not like show up. It might kind of like mess up your drawing a little bit because it's a little bit too thick. So anyways, once you guys are done outlining, you may start coloring in. I'm not going to outline this whole thing because I don't want to waste your time, but you kind of get the idea. So that's what you would continue to do, and then you can start coloring in. Now, let me show you one more thing. Here's my final one that I did. This one, I colored in the sky, so all of the area surrounding them, which is the background, is the sky. I left the snowman white because snow is white usually. If you would rather color in your snowmen, you can totally do that as well. It doesn't have to stay white. It's up to you. And then I just colored in all my details. I used crayon for my picture. You may use markers, you may use colored pencils, you may use whatever it is that you have. Okay? All right, you guys, I hope you had fun with this project, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.